Hey guys, and welcome back to Mega Man Battle Network 6. We're inside Mr. Weather right now, and we've got to kick Element Man out of here, because he's a weird guy, he talks weird, and I know I shouldn't judge that sort of thing, but it's a gimmick I just can't abide in video games, you know?
I love how you're cursing out this guy for talking weird when you're from Britain, of all things. And anything, we should be saying that to you guys.
Oh, okay, I see how it is. I shit-talk your fucking dating system, where you go month, day, year, when the proper correct one is day, month, year, because it goes in ascending order, and I get this bullshit. You know what? I quit. Do the playthrough yourself.
Ah, well, alright, this is gonna be interesting.
Anyway, this is probably one of my favourite dungeons in the game thus far. I love the music, I love the gimmick, which involves bopping around on a cloud collecting colours and destroying, like, typhoons or tornadoes or whatever with the power of colours and rainbows, unlimited colours!
Yeah, so basically you're gathering Skittle power in this dungeon, and you need to get the Skittle power and use that in order to, you know, clear your way through, like I said. And I have to agree, you know, Element Man's dungeon is one of my, you know, more preferred favorites in this game. Like you said, the music's really good. I like all the weather stuff that is coming into play. So it's just a good time all around. I was personally dreading it, I'll be honest with you, when I first got here, but I actually ended up enjoying it a lot.
Yes, if you get knocked 3 times on the cloud, it will dissipate, and you'll have to go back for it. Thankfully, I have the power of retake, so this won't be happening.
I also like how when you're gathering color power, you know, in this area, you have to get these little, like, rainbow gummies kind of thing, because that's what they look like, you know? They even gather at the top of the screen like lifesavers or whatever. That's what it reminds me of so much.
Yeah. Now, at first, I tried to get these in order because I thought that's what you had to do. So I was doing the old Richard of York gave battle in vain, you know, red, whatever the order is. I can't do it off the top of my head. I'm not a mathematician.
I mean, I understand. I mean, I'm not expecting perfection from you, like I said, considering that this is your first Battle Network game, but just as long as it's mostly correct, that's pretty much all we're asking for.
Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. There we go.
There we go, Roy G. Biv. That's the thing you gotta remember.
What was the memnonic you were taught in order to learn it?
Roy G. Biv. That's what we were taught.
Is that the term, memnonic?
Don't ask me how to pronounce that word. You know I'm gonna mess it up.
Oh, you gave me the ultimate word.
Well, I mean, yeah, that is technically the term you use in order to kind of memorize the order of things. It's, you know, your classic memory technique. They also have, like, different memory techniques where it's, like, what they want you to do sometimes to associate, like, an idea or a concept with, like, exaggerated images. And as a result, your mind can more easily, you know, pull that from memory. I'm not very good at it, I have to admit, and, you know, we live in an age where we can look up pretty much anything whenever we want, so I just don't feel I have to use it that intensively.
How big of a fan are you of, let's call them the Color Corps in DC Comics?
Well, I mean, it's an interesting idea. Like, I have to admit, I don't really follow comics all that much. But I heard a lot of good things about, like, more recent, you know, Green Lantern runs, where they do all the stuff with the various emotional core, you know, of all the different colors. They did the stuff, you know, with the Black Lanterns, things like that. Not a big zombie fan, I have to admit, so I didn't really check out that much. But it's kind of interesting to have that kind of... It feels like it fleshed out the Green Lantern universe in a good way, you know, because there's more potential for interesting characters and stories to be told. And, like, straight up... And I especially remember of the very few bits I watched of, like, the Green Lantern animated series. Where, yeah, I mean, like, where everybody, like, I'm trying to remember the basic thing that happened. Like, they get, like, a Red Lantern in their party. And he has to basically learn how to chill the fuck out. But his wife's sort of dead, and that's kind of why he joined the Red Lanterns. Oh, wait, no, she got killed in order to do this to him. And then, like, near the end of the series, like, he fell in love with the fucking ship. Like, I never got that, I have to admit.
The AI, I hasten to add, he didn't just like go, man, look at the size of this fucker, I've got rose quartz syndrome over here.
It's like when Bender fell in love with the Planet Express delivery ship in Futurama. It's you never saw that episode.
Is that post season 4?
No, this was before it appeared on Comedy Central. This was back when it was still on Fox, man, seriously.
Huh.
You don't remember that?
No, I remember, like, Angeline or whatever her fucking name was.
Well, that's odd, but, you should watch that one. That's a decent episode, but that's basically what that reminded me of. When Razor, that's the Red Lantern's name.
Yeah.
You know, he started, it's for the viewers. Just saying.
Okay.
You know, when Razor, started falling in love with the ship. I don't know how I feel about that, I'll be honest with you, because, like, in Mass Effect 3, they kind of tried to do that thing where... You know how in Mass Effect 2, I don't know if you've ever played that game, have you, first off?
No, but I've watched it all the way through via H-Paul's marathon of it, which is one of my favourite marathons of those.
Okay, so you know when they get the new ship from Cerberus and it has an AI and Joker and the AI... What was her damn name?
Edie?
Edie, yeah, I'm sorry. When Joker and Edie, they start, like, bickering and trying to learn how to deal with each other and things like that. Okay.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of thing is going on. The fan base, being as fucking dumb as they are, and trust me, I've been part of the Mega Man fan base, I know how bad it can get. Basically, they're like, oh, they're so cute of a couple. And some guy at BioWare thought, let's make this into a thing. So basically what happened is, like, in the third game, they give Edie a body, who was like an infiltration bot, and one of the options available in that game is to let her and Joker actually get into a relationship. I'm like, okay, I understand you're being kind of futuristic sci-fi about this kind of thing, but really? I mean, they were just kind of complaining at each other. That's not really the basics for anything romantic.
Oh, please. They obviously wanted to hate fuck until the sun rose on the horizon.
I suppose it didn't help that Edie was designed like a vagina when you think about it.
Oh.
You don't remember that design where she's the ball, but she's got like the... I'm gonna stop there!
Yeah, but I don't even know where this rant was destined to go, to be honest. Even the Reapers couldn't figure that shit out.
Oh man, the Reapers were so cool. And then they fucked them up so badly. Like, I remember when I was playing Mass Effect 1, and you meet Sovereign, and he has that sexy as fuck voice, and he's basically coming to tell you he's gonna kill you and everybody you know and love, and oh, it was so good. Then they bring in Harbinger, and he's just like a little bitch at the end of the day. It sucks.
Ah, well. Those tank viruses, by the way, are actually pretty unique, because I think they can start taking over your side of the field.
Yeah, I mean, like, some of these viruses, like I said before, they actually have, effects unique to particular battleships you can control. So you definitely want to watch out for that kind of thing.
No, they basically just roll up on you, and it goes from, like, red to blue. It's kind of intimidating, honestly.
Yeah, so definitely kill those fast. What would you say are the, would you say those are the toughest viruses you encountered, in this dungeon?
I thought you were going to say it in the game. That might have been a bit easier. Maybe. I always struggle with, you know, the ones you can't attack, like, head-on. Like, the ones that open up and do the thing at you, because that requires me to go into Slash Cross. And, you know, I love Slash Cross, but sometimes I want to use different options, you know?
I mean, I'm not always a fan of enemies that require, you know, only one particular way to attack them. Like, you know, with, like, somebody mentioned, like, with the what was it, the kettle viruses.
Yeah.
You can actually use other methods to defeat them, but fire is often the quickest and most effective way, and I don't really guarantee that I have, like, a fire chip on me, you know what I'm saying?
Well, let me slightly correct you there. The first ones you encounter, you know, doing the whole thing to get Heat Cross, those will only be affected by fire. Later ones, they definitely can be attacked via regular means.
Okay, alright. I guess they just have to do them that way in order to make Heatman, you know, feel more useful and things like that.
Can you answer me a question about the Navi customizer?
Go ahead, shoot.
I've been upgrading Mega Man's health via, you know, whatever HP memory I can come across, and I tried just, you know, dicking about in a take that wasn't used, with like the HP up and so on and so forth in the Navi customizer, but I could never seem to get it to work right.
Well, there are some potential factors for that. I'm gonna assume they weren't like, you know, the programs that have the grid in them, which means you can't lie them on the command line. I'm gonna assume that.
Okay.
I think it also, from what I remember, you know, there's also things where it has to do, like, you can only have so many colors on it. Some of them, if they run on the command line, they'll get bugs, things like that. I would have to look at the programs themselves and, like, see what's going on there.
Yeah. Let there be light. Beautiful sunlight. It's actually kind of cool, because whatever's going on in the overworld, the dungeon, is actually reflected in the background of battles. Like here, for example, it's all bright and sunny.
Well, that's good. I mean, okay, it's a good way to reuse that asset, but at least it's consistent, and that's a good thing.
Okay, take out the fans first and foremost. Oh god, I hate being blown back by these fuckers.
Well, good thing Electman's here to do the job.
Yes, I know, I destroyed the thing.
Yeah, but that fan, no, we needed a second shot, because it was the deadliest of them all.
One more round of rainbow collecting and we should be ready to face Element Man.
Yeah, another good thing about this dungeon is that it actually goes by fairly quickly. It does not overstay its welcome, which can't be said for other dungeons in the series that we have already mentioned.
Alright, Mega Man Battle Network 6. Up to this point in the story, which is Blast Man, Dive Man, forget who comes between like Dive Man.
Judge Man.
Judge Man, yeah, and Element Man here. Who would you say is your least favourite dungeon and your favourite dungeon?
I'd probably have to say my favorite dungeon is probably Judge Man's, because I really, really like those kind of puzzles.
Yeah, so.
The least favorite is probably Dive Man's, in terms of the fact you have to escort them, you have to dodge sharks, things like that. It's not a bad dungeon, I mean, it's been worse, like we've said before. But, you know, in terms of what's available, it's my least favorite at this time.
I would say my favourite is, yeah, Judge Man's, because I like those sorts of puzzles. My least favourite would probably be Blast Man. Not because it's bad, but because it's so basic. Like, you say Dive Man's is the worst, but I enjoyed, even though I was using a guide, having to figure out what fish goes where, finding a safe route and whatnot.
Well, I mean, I can see why you would enjoy that. Yeah, I totally get that, and it's up to personal strokes at this particular time when it comes to those kind of dungeons. What's funny about that?
I enjoy a good personal stroke every now and then, okay?
Yeah, I said that, didn't I? Okay, my fault. But I mean, I think I just like Blastman's more because it's just kind of nice, straightforward, decent, you know, tutorial dungeon. Blastman himself is easy, but a decent enough fight, things like that. I haven't really hated any of the net navis thus far. I mean, Element Man is easily like the wackiest design, but at the same time, it works for me, you know what I'm saying?
Well, we'll see him in his full glory shortly.
And right now we just gotta go around collecting more gummies.
Man, you're really making me hungry for gummy now, stop it.
Well, let's be honest, be thankful that we don't have to collect these gummies and then use them to fly through space, alright? Because I've had enough of that.
It's been so long since we did Kingdom Hearts 1. Did you ever make your own custom gummy ship?
I sort of half-assed it, and that's a standard answer for me when you know me well enough. Pretty much what I did, I didn't bother with really, I just added more room for guns. I didn't do like the gun cube like we've seen in like Awkward Zombie, but I just added like more and more guns. Really when it got to Kingdom Hearts 2, I just did like the next design. And that was it. You know, like the next available in the recommended building order. But then again, I probably would have spent more time on KH2's gummy sections just because they're so much more fun, you know?
Oh yeah? Yeah, I'm looking forward to see how they progress it in Kingdom Hearts 3, but I was kind of jammy taking care of these particular Typhoon viruses because I got them on the edge, the cusp of my rainbow power.
Yeah, you seem to really enjoy shooting your rainbow power everywhere.
It's nice, man. Makes you feel good.
That wasn't meant to be sexual, but it kind of came off that way, and I apologize.
Well, I guess we're just in our element right now.
Oh! I can't believe you saved that long enough to me to be unaware of that pun, and then you slipped it in at the last moment just to make sure my heart collapses on itself. I'm sorry, I can't hear you over your dial-up dialogue. Could you speak more English, please?
Sorry about that. It's a birth defect.
Oh, he's trying to access Yahoo Mail. No, AOL. I'm sorry, that was the mail back then. His whole program fits on one of those discs.
I don't really know what to say about this guy, other than the fact that, you know, he's the guy we need to beat to get the Force program or protect it or whatever, and, you know, he speaks oddly. He has a fun gimmick, but that's about it.
Yeah, I mean, like, in terms of design, like, I don't hate the design, like I said, but I can't really pinpoint what exactly they took inspiration from when it comes to Element Man. Because we'll look at him here. He's like some weird alien sort of moe dude, you know, like a totem. Maybe that's it. Like he's supposed to kind of represent a sort of like tribal totem kind of thing in terms of tapping into the elements. Like I can see that, you know.
So, Element Man, as you would probably be able to guess, switches elements from time to time. I can't give you like an exact, time limit on when he'll be switching, but he will do it fairly quickly. So burn him to death as fast as you can, because in every take I've done, he will go grass element first and foremost. Or wood, sir.
Yeah, he seems to go in a set order and just change up his attacks decently quickly, but fortunately, even if you don't have the right elemental chip, you do have the crosses to help you out. See, you killed him super fast, so it's easy. Was that your first try, by the way?
No, it wasn't.
Okay, I'm fixing to say, because you got an S rank pretty efficiently there.
He reminds me a little bit, and I'm reaching here, but the last time you fight Seymour in Final Fantasy X, he has that wheel behind him that, like, spins, and, like, whatever it spins to, he'll use that element.
That is from some mythology, I know that, because I keep seeing a lot of these kind of fantasy bosses with, like, the wheel of shit behind them. I have to say wheel of shit because the shit always changes. There are sometimes orbs, discs, or whatever.
Yeah.
But I think it's actually a common religious kind of iconography. I'm going to say that word slow, so I make sure I get it out of my mouth properly. You fool!
Ah! Pwahahaha!
Oh, well, that must be bad considering the fact he got caught while he was blinded.
Oh, Mr. Weather, what are you like? Now I'm going to eat you! Home!
Oh, well, I was gonna tickle him endlessly, but yeah, let's go right to the eating. Oh my god, his head is swelling up. What are you doing? You're making all the blood rush to it.
And Vic's dead, the end.
Oh yeah, that shit.
Oh, don't count your chickens before they hatch.
Mr. Weather, no!
Oh no!
Man, he got iced pretty good, considering.
Yeah? Oh, I recognize that sword over there.
Yeah, I do too, and considering what we've already seen, it makes sense, but at the same time, still having to deal with him in the real world is a bad idea.
Yeah, you left it carelessly lying around. Lad, you should probably take care to either put these things away or destroy them after you use them.
I wonder how much power is left over in that copy bot. Also, how is the copy bot able to materialize weapons? I'm pretty sure they said in order to kind of prevent Navis from going amok. Like, they kind of decrease their strength and things like that.
Maybe illegal tampering.
Well, it's possible. We are dealing with a criminal organization here.
Well, it goes to extreme lengths when we get to a later part of the game, and you'll be questioning it even more then, I'm sure. Darn it! Can't slice! Really? Kawaii! Girl! Can't do it!
Brother, please!
Please tell me that's not an actual plot twist.
Ah, well, it was like that in Mega Man X4, so...
Oh.
That was so cool, I think.
I prefer it when they just disappear in a flash of light.
Oh, put the copy bot neatly aside, because we have to preserve that for later.
Can we move away from Mr. Weather's desecrated corpse, please? It's making me really uncomfortable.
That's true, the guy is, like, dead, and we're just ignoring him.
Oh, right, Skytown is falling. I forgot about that.
Again, and it's like, oh my god, all the parallels between this and X4 are just kind of hitting me full force again. I'm not quite dead. No, you're dead. You're pretty dead.
Shut up and die.
Oh yeah, I forgot, it's over an ocean. Okay, we're gonna kill some fish. That's not as bad, but still.
Oh, it makes my dramatic proclamations at the start of the last part invalid.
Oh, see, okay, so all you have to do is a system restore. Okay, I'm glad they have those in the future. Whew. I'm ace certified. Whoosh.
What, is that the sound of an elevator coming back on?
Yeah, click, click. You know, just like in real life. Okay, bullshit, how did you vanish? Come on, he only turned for like a second, you're not Batman.
She's really, really fast. I'm talking Sonic speed.